Hi everyone, welcome back to the Self-Sufficient Homestead. My name is Tanya Milan and today I'm going to show you how to organize your seeds. Now I have extensive experience with this because I am a seed collector and my seed collection used to be 940 heirloom varieties strong from all over the world. But unfortunately due to theft, I have about 230 left at the moment, but working on it. But even if you are just a homesteader or if you're a seed collector, the principles that we're going to be talking about today will help you. Now, in the past, I've had many ways of storing my seed and it was trial and error a lot. So as you can see, here's a whole crate full of stuff. I even have seeds in bottles, in bags, in seed packets, in buckets, in glass bottles, more bags. And then also I had these crates, well, I still have them, 6 of these. If you look inside, they have dividers in, and I had all my seeds in here. But what I found challenging with these specific boxes is these dividers are loose, so the seed packets slip underneath and then the varieties mix up. So I don't particularly like this. I also don't like this because it takes a lot of space. If you can imagine 6 boxes of these. And the thing is, even though I had these 6 boxes, I still had these crates and buckets and bottles. And this is not working for me because my seeds are everywhere. So I had to look for a option that is more compact and more organized. I did find an option, and there are some challenges with this method, but there's some solutions as well. So my latest solution that I found was this little case. Look how nice and compact this is compared to this crate. Now, in this box, I can fit 120 varieties. In this box, I would be able to fit 122, but look at the difference in size. So this is just much more practical. This box is transparent so that we've got some light exposure, where this is black, so it's really nice and dark inside the case. So let me open it up and just show it to you. Before I open it up though, it doesn't come without its challenges. I will tell you about it just now, but let's just look what it looks like. So inside here, I've got these tiny little bottles with seeds. The 60 on the first mat, 60 on the next mat, and you will see there's some missing. We'll discuss that in a moment. And we've got some extra space for seed packets at the top here. Very nice and compact little system, especially for a seed collector. Now I've had to order another box or another case as well, and I'm probably ordering 1 or 2 more. But if you think my whole collection would fit in at this moment in 2 of these cases compared to 6 of these and all these other things lying around, I think that's a good solution for me. Now, the one thing that I made a mistake with when I started this, I was so excited to put my seeds into this little case that I took my little bottles and I took some stickers, wrote the name of the variety on there, and I stuck it to the outside of my bottle. But I soon realized that I did not like the look of the sticker on the outside, and the sticker on the outside, it's a matte type of sticker that I've got here, would get wet, it would get dirty, and that would just put me off because then my beautiful little system is not beautiful anymore. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bottles already with stickers on the outside. So then I wanted to get the stickers off. So I put a post on our community group, Self-Sufficient Homesteading and Gardening. If you're not part of it, go join it. It's a great group. So I said, guys, how do you get stickers, the sticker glue off your containers? What I neglected to say was that it was plastic. So initially I tried one of the suggestions, which was spirits, that purple spirits, and it worked, but it was tough. It wasn't easy. And then I saw thinners. So I took thinners, threw it in a bowl and threw these little containers inside, and now I've got, I think, a piece of art work, because I definitely can't use it for seeds anymore. It actually melted together. And I think that's a very good video next time, how to remove sticker glue from containers, because I got about 100 suggestions on the group. So I think we should test all those methods on plastic and on glass and see which ones works best. But anyway, so before you start with your seed collection, you're all excited, beautiful new box. You must decide, how are you going to mark it? Because this was my biggest mistake. Now, the problem also is now is I've got this kit, there's 8 bottles missing. I got another one I can take from there, but then there's going to be 8 bottles missing there. So I've looked if I can order them separately, but it's expensive to order it separately. So it's good to do your planning beforehand. So in the end, by the way, what was really cool, I took the sticker from the packet. This is Living Seeds, my favorite and best seed supplier in South Africa, Heirloom Seeds. And at the back, it's got a little index, not sure what to call it. So I cut that index off and then I put it inside my bottle. So no glue goes anywhere near my bottle. So now I know this is from Living Seeds. Another one, another seed packet. Do you see that it looks different? I know this specific one comes from the United States, from Burpees. Now, what others? Oh, look at that. Another little paper inside. And this one comes from the Ukraine. So this is quite nice in the eyes of a seed collector, because then you even know where your seeds come from. If I have, for instance, something that I've just swapped with somebody, I will take this sticker, write it on, and put it on the inside of the bottle. So before you start, for your own good, decide how you're going to mark this. The next thing that is important to plan is how you're going to arrange them. Are you going to arrange them in alphabetical order? Or are you going to arrange them by what to plant in what season? Or are you going to arrange them in groups? For instance, your crucifers, which is your cabbage, your broccoli, your cauliflower, your Brussels sprouts, etc. Then your beans, then your tomatoes, all in different categories or groups. What I prefer is in categories or groups. So I've got all my tomatoes together, all my peppers. However, I also have the option, because I've got so much seed, to say this case is my summer case. So all my tomatoes, my peppers, my beans, etc., summer crops will go into this case. And that case will be my winter case. Now, I don't have a fall or a spring category, because it basically falls in those two groups for us in our climate. Summer crops, winter crops. So summer crops I would already start planting in September, which is our spring. And I would plant it all through spring and summer. And winter crops I would plant in fall and in winter. So it makes it so easy that I don't have to go into that much detail. If you are a new gardener and you don't know when to plant what, there are some great apps online that you can go check what to plant in what season or what month. We can also do a video on that if you like. So just put it in the comments. I can help you too. Just let me know. Now, the next thing is challenges. Each way or each method of keeping seeds has its challenges. Now, with this really bulky set of crates, I did not have problems with space. So for instance, if I have a whole bottle of beans, that's a lot of beans, I can store it comfortably in these containers. However, in here, I'm going to have a bit of trouble. Firstly, it is a very big seed. And I probably, let's check if it fits. Oh, it does fit. So I'm going to fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seeds in there. So now I've got only 7 of this specific variety in my collection. So what do I do now? Because I'm still sitting with all of these. Now, the first decision you have to make is, do I need all of these? Is it something that is very rare and I've grown it out, because this comes from my own garden. I've grown it out and I want as many. If that's the case, then we have to make another plan, because this is not big enough. We do have the option of putting seed packets, extra ones, and these are actual extra ones from the varieties in my box here. So we do have that option, but once again, this is too much. You cannot put too much in here, otherwise you will damage your seeds that are in the packet. So you do need another way to store these if these were very rare and precious seeds. So in that case, we need to get another little system, and I would then suggest a crate, and maybe just one of these crates, not 6, and to keep your bulk seed in that you have. The other option is, if it's not a rare seed and 7 is enough for you for next season, because let's face it, beans really produce most of the time. So if you plant 7, you will have this much again the season afterwards. So 7 in effect is enough if you just want to keep your collection going. If you're just a homesteader, then this could be enough. 7 could be enough too, because I have realized that homesteaders like lots of varieties, and I like it too. I like to have different things, beautiful colors in my bean collection, etc. So if you just plant 7 of each, you're going to be sorted for bean supply for the rest of the year, which you can or dry and keep, etc. But still, now we still have a lot of these left. These are great for exchanging, letting people know. For instance, on the Self-Sufficient Homesteading and Gardening group, we are 57,000 people. So there's a lot of people with seeds, same mindset as you. Now you can say, guys, I've got 20 packets of this type of seed I want to swap for other seeds, which just grows your collection. If you are a homesteader that just wants practical things, this set is actually just going to work for you 100%, because then you just want what works in your area, and just enough to get you going. Then you can just buy this one set. You get them in just one layer as well. Then you've only got 60 bottles. But can I just say one thing? Once you start collecting your seeds or packing your seeds, it becomes like an addiction. It's really bad because you just cannot stop. So I would not recommend you buy the 60 case, but it's up to you. All right, so I'm very excited to start first of all taking bottles out of here and putting it in this again, just to fill that one up, and then just to get rid of all these other methods and chaos and just put it nicely into this box. There was another method. Here we go. You get other methods as well. Look at this little booklet. Now, this is not my favorite, to be honest, but for somebody with a really small practical collection, for a homesteader that just wants enough to feed their family and they just want practical varieties that grow, as I mentioned before, this is actually a very good option. This is a little folder, and you can put seed packets in there. This little folder takes 25 varieties, and as said, for a homesteader with just the practical need, I want a pumpkin, I want one squash, I want one type of bean, I want 2 types of tomatoes, 1 type of pepper, 1 type of onion, etc. This is perfect. You do have the risk of bugs getting into your seed packets if it's not sealed properly. So make sure you do seal them properly at the top. And the thing with this type of storage is you will need extra packets, because once you open this to plant and you take some out, it doesn't seal properly again, and it makes it vulnerable to bugs. So you will need extra packets. I've got loads, can you see? There's more. So you will need extra of these. For me, this is not practical, but it might work for somebody out there. All right, so here's the new one. We are going to need, if I'm not mistaken, as I said before, 8 bottles. So waiting for these extra ones was absolute torture for me, because I don't like holes in my things. So I'm really, really happy to be able to fill these holes. Yes, there are holes here now, but I did order some extra bottles, which I will then fill up again in this new case. So let's just go through how I do it. I know I told you, but I'm going to show you. Just move this out of the way. So we've got here 3 bottles in the bean section, and we've got some bottles here in the tomato section. But we're going to use it for any seeds at this moment. I'm just going to start filling up. Once I have moved and worked through all these seeds, I will organize it again. This one obviously has already been organized because once I've finished filling up all the bottles, I put all the tomatoes together, all the beans, all the peppers, etc. It's already right, but now I'm just going to get through the task one bit at a time, because this seems very overwhelming. I mean, if you look at this, so one step at a time. So it doesn't matter. I don't have to do all the beans first and all the tomatoes. So I'm just going to start with a packet right in front of me. I'm going to put it in here. Once I'm done, I'll check it out and I'll put it in the right order. Now, another thing that will also help me with my organization is, yes, I'm going to do the summer case and the winter case, but I'm going to do the groups in alphabetical order. So for instance, I'm going to start with artichokes, and then I'm going to go to beans, and then I'm going to go to carrots, and then I'm going to, you get what I'm saying? So my groups will be in alphabetical order, but the whole set for the whole year will not be, the set from this set won't be. This one will be in alphabetical order, and that one will be in alphabetical order, if that makes sense for you. So let's see, we've got some Trombocino albenga squash from Living Seeds. So what I do is start at the top, and I just cut out this little sticker. Now what's nice about this little index is it has all the information that I need to plant the seed. So it's pretty handy. I mean, it's telling me to plant it 150 centimeters apart. It needs about 18 degrees Celsius to germinate. You can sow it directly into the soil. I can't remember what this one means, but there is a chart to tell you what it is for. So it takes about 7 to 10 days to germinate, etc. So there's such a lot that this little card or index tells you. Open up my bottle, and never will I use a sticker again. And I just pop it inside. I make sure that when I put it inside that I press it out, because it has some of the backing of the envelope, so it's like a double sheet of paper. If I don't press it out, it doesn't go all the way to the sides, and it takes up space if I want to put in seeds. So just make sure that it is nice and pressed against the sides. Move it all the way down, and I take my seeds and pop it in there. That's how easy it is. So this is a Living Seeds one. Now we've got one here from the Ukraine. The Ukraine is one of my favorite places to get seeds from. I just love their varieties. All right. So this little paper, also with growing information at the back, doesn't fit into my bottle very well. It's a bit big. I don't want it so high. So all I do is I just cut off the bottom, because the growing information is in on the top as well. Do this, press out, and then I can either, they come in little bags from Ukraine, so I can either just open it up and put it in, or I can just put my little baggie in. If the seeds are not too small, I prefer to just put the loose seeds in. If the small ones, I will put with the bag. If you want a bit of extra protection, I suppose you can leave it in the bag as well. But I mean, these lids are really nice and tight. I don't see a bug coming into these lids at all. Look how pretty this looks. Isn't this just incredible? So, I mean, doesn't this look neat? And if you take this now, I find joy in such tiny things in life. Maybe tiny things amuses tiny minds, but look and see it from the side or from the bottom, and you can see through it. I think this one's prettier because it's got less seeds in. Look at that. I mean, come on, doesn't that just give you a load of satisfaction to have your seed collection beautifully packed, beautifully protected, and just ready for you to use? Now, when you want to use it is another story. Please don't go with your muddy hands and then start taking out of your seed collection. There's many a time that I've gone and I've prepared the seedling trays and my hands are wet and full of the germination mix, and now I want to put my hands in here. Bad choice. So prepare your seedling trays, wash your hands, dry them, and then you go take out your seeds. Or the other way around, which is even better planning. Decide, I'm going to plant the following varieties, take them out, put them ready for yourself. And an easy way to do it, because now you've got 20 varieties in front of you, so how will you know what's what? Obviously, you're going to put little markers in there. Let's pretend this is a marker. I take milk bottles or ice cream bowls or something. I normally cut them like this, obviously much longer, about twice the size. And I cut them because why would I want to buy seed markers if I can just make some? So this is the shape I cut my ice cream bowls, milk bottles, or yogurt tubs in. And I collect them from friends because I make my own yogurt. I have farm milk. And Abby actually made some ice cream yesterday, so I don't think we'll be buying ice cream again, because now she is totally fixed on making her own ice cream from the cream from the farm cow. Anyway, so take this, and you've got, for instance, little bowls, or you get those little crates with blocks, subdivisions, but they for tools, actually, for screws, etc. So buy one of those with the little square blocks. Put the few seeds in there and the marker that you've already marked what they are. Seeds marker, seeds marker, seeds marker. And by the time you get to your seedling trays, which are already filled up, everything is organized. You do not have to touch your collection with muddy hands. Your collection stays nice and clean and does not get wet. And you can have an organized planting season. So guys, I hope this helped you a bit, and I hope you enjoyed seeing all this beauty that I've got here. If you've got any questions, just pop it in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, and if you want to see more, subscribe. Remember, if you want to join our community on Facebook, it's called Self-Sufficient Homesteading and Gardening. We are a great community, like-minded people. My page on Facebook is the Self-Sufficient Homestead with Tanya Milan. And if you want to support my work, you can buy me a coffee. I'll put the link in the description below. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.